One of the core issues that drives almost all the other issues that we experience in this life is the identity issue. Who am I and what am I here for? Man, that issue is, I think, the number one issue we all face. We want to know who we are and why we're here. Now, when we understand that we are children of God, created by God, to have a place in His eternal kingdom, a spot in His family, that's an important realization. Because then that sets forth the way we live, what we do, how we interact with this world that we live in. And our relationship with God becomes paramount because He is creator and He determines the purpose of His creation. But when we don't know that, then there's this identity confusion. And identity confusion creates all kinds of problems. When you don't know who you are, you don't know what to do. You see, identity drives action. And when you don't know who you are, then it's confusing. And when it's confusing, it's frustrating. And when it's frustrating, that frustration gets expressed in all kinds of destructive ways. One time I went to a Target store and I made the mistake of wearing khaki pants and a red shirt. Let me tell you, that can create some identity confusion. I went in with a few items I needed to grab for the day, but once I got into the store, somebody asked me for help. You see, they mistook me as an employee. Now, wanting to be helpful, I was like, oh, well, let me see. I think I know where that is. And I started to walk with them to show them where that item was. When somebody else said, excuse me, sir, can you help me find another item? And I was like, yeah, just a second. And before I knew it, I was completely confused about what I was doing in the store. And I wasn't very helpful in helping these people find their items. And so in that identity confusion moment, I ended up actually leaving the store without getting what I went into the store for. You see, I didn't know who I was or why I was there, and not only did it cause problems for me, but it also caused problems and frustration for the people I was trying to help. And so it's important that we understand who we are and why we were here. You see, you were created by God to be in a relationship with God, to give Him glory and to build His kingdom. It's a beautiful thing when we understand who we are in relationship to this living God. You are dearly loved by God. In fact, He loves you so much that He sent His Son Jesus to come and die for you, to lay down His life, to redeem you, to make a way for you to be a part of His eternal family forever. And when that becomes your core identity, your baseline reality that everything else is built upon, well, now you're onto something. Now you'll know who you are, why you're here, and you'll be able to serve not only God, but also be a blessing to the people that you're doing life with. To be a blessing in your family, to be a blessing in your neighborhood and in your workplace or school and in your community. You see, God will use you for His glory because that's what you were created for, to give glory to God. And we give glory to God by exalting Him, by recognizing who He is, that He is greater than us, that He has authority and dominion, that we belong to Him, and He has made a glorious and wonderful way for us to get back to Him. And so as you wrestle with your identity and those confusing moments kind of creep in, who am I? What am I here for? Return to that baseline reality. There is a God who loves me and who has authority over me. I will submit myself to Him and I will follow Him. And as I do so, He will be glorified and this world is going to be a much better place. Let's be who we were created to be, church.